Hi Taurus, welcome to October. This is Teresa from Tarot by Tea. And I want to create some sacred space for this reading. Okay, so this month we have a new moon in Aries. A new moon in Libra and a full moon in Aries. The new moon in Libra is on the 6th of October and the full moon in Aries is on the 20th. And we have a bunch of planetary activity this month too because Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto are moving direct. Mercury will be retrograde most of the month until the 18th when it goes direct with Jupiter. We have Venus moving into Sag from Scorpio, and then we have the Sun moving into Scorpio on the 23rd. So let's see what Taurus needs to know about love and relationships for the month of October. What is coming up for Taurus for October? What is coming up for Taurus in terms of love and relationships for the month of October? The Seven of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, the Four of Swords, the Star, the King of Wands, the Nine of Swords, the Knight of Swords, the High Priestess, the Two of Wands, and the card at the bottom of the deck is the Seven of Wands. So you're starting out the month with the Seven of Swords energy. You may feel like someone in your life has not been honest with you or is not being transparent. The Seven of Swords is a thief energy or a sneaky energy where you might feel like someone's trying to take something from you or someone's is saying one thing to your face and another thing behind your back. So you may be dealing with someone that you don't trust at the beginning of the month. Like you're not sure what to make of this person. So in a relationship, you may feel like worried about your partner. Is he or she being honest? Do they have an agenda? Can I trust what they're doing? So if someone approaches you, you're going to be kind of skeptical. You have the Eight of Pentacles here, so you might be focused on work, getting ahead in work, and you're not really, you kind of like having a cautious approach to love this month. Now, in the past, you have the Six of Wands, so that you experience some type of victory. I think this is more about career success. And you have the Four of Swords in the recent past. So I feel like there could have been a falling out in a relationship where you might have needed to take time out from each other. Because the Four of Swords is about taking time out to heal, taking time out to think. Like it's kind of like a separation card. And you have the Seven of Wands here, which is about standing your ground, setting boundaries, fighting for what you believe in. So maybe you were having some kind of difficulty in a relationship where you had to set boundaries. And you felt like this person was not being, was using you. Because sometimes the Seven of Swords is a user, can be an energy of someone who's not honest. They want to be your friend or they want to be in your life, but they have a hidden agenda. So you might have pulled back from that relationship. Or you might have set boundaries that caused the relationship to have a separation because the other person didn't like the boundaries. But coming up in the future, you have the Star. And that's the Star of Hope. And I feel like there could be the potential for a new partnership coming in the future, but it may take a while to get off the ground. If it's anything, it could be at the beginning stages. It may start in October, but it may take a while to develop. Because I'm seeing this King of Wands, so it could be with someone that you already know. The King of Wands energy is someone who is very outspoken, a good leader, someone who it could be a mentor, could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Sometimes this person can be a little bit bossy. but they have a good heart. They really do want to help. When they give advice, it's from a place of wanting to help. But you may feel, Taurus does not like to be told what to do, so you may take it as bossiness, and you may feel like, you're not the boss of me kind of thing. But this person has good energy. The positive aspect of the King of Wands is someone with very positive, outgoing energy, an extrovert, someone who's not afraid to speak their mind, someone who's a good leader, knows when to take action. So I think this person could be in your future. You have the Nine of Swords here in your negative thinking sector, so you could be feeling worried about something, or maybe feeling guilty about something. And in your environment, you have the Knight of Swords. This is a card of quick departure. So there could have been a relationship that ended suddenly, where one person just left, and either maybe you're feeling a little bit worried about this person, or you could be feeling guilty. Maybe you're kind of like avoiding the truth in the relationship. One of you could be avoiding the truth in a relationship, because the Knight of Swords energy is someone also who likes to fight, who likes to argue. So if you set boundaries with someone because you felt like they weren't being totally transparent, they might have gotten angry and just left. And so you're now wondering, what happened to them or something like that. Or where are they? Why did they go no contact? You have the High Priestess here. And that's a card of trusting your intuition. And it's in the wish fulfillment sector. So there could be things happening behind the scenes that you're not aware of. And not necessarily negative, but you know that there are things going on behind the scenes. But you're not getting any communication, so you don't know for sure. So you have to trust your instincts. Trust your gut. So if you feel like someone's coming into your life and you don't totally trust them, trust that intuition. Because there's more to be revealed. The High Priestess is a card of secrets, things happening where you can't see, they're not on the surface. So you have to go into your, divine guidance, take time out to meditate and ask for answers, and trust that internal guidance to find out what's going on. You have the Two of Wands here, so there could be a possible partnership coming up in October. It could be through business. And you're kind of contemplating, like, I don't know, should I, where is this going to go? I feel like you might have ended a relationship with someone and it ended quite suddenly, and maybe you're a little bit mentally stressed over it or overthinking it. But I think that there's something new coming in that may start out as a business partnership or a friendship and develop over time. I feel like over time it could develop into something more. But right now you're at the very beginning stages. But that could come up in October. And especially with Mercury retrograding, sometimes I can bring people from the past back in, where you may have to go over something or redo something. And the Knight of Swords energy, you might be reconnecting with someone that you broke up with. If you sever ties with someone suddenly, they might even pop in unexpectedly, and you might have to decide what to do about it. But don't avoid the truth, because sometimes the Seven of Swords can mean I'm sweeping things under the rug. I don't want to look at the truth of this relationship. Like you know the truth about this person, but you don't want to deal with it. You're sweeping it under the rug. Like, well, if I ignore it, maybe it'll go away, or maybe it'll blow over. But you really have to face it. You have to face the truth this month about someone and deal with it, either to break up or heal it. But don't ignore it. Don't just pretend that it's not there. So if someone's not treating you properly, you have to face that and deal with it and set your boundary. And if it means the end of a relationship, well, then that person wasn't right for you. But if you set your boundary and the person respects you and they step up to the plate, that's different. Then you can have a rebirth in the relationship. So it's really up to the other person. All you can do is protect your own integrity and interests. You can't control what someone else does. So if someone is not willing to respect you or not willing to give you what you deserve and they leave, I would say good riddance, hold out for this King of Wands energy, which is someone who is more honorable. He has more honorable intentions, I think, than this Knight of Swords The Knight of Swords energy is kind of immature and always wanting to fight or put people on the defensive so they don't have to deal with themselves. Like they don't want to look at, the best defense is a good offense, so they're going to blame you for everything. They're not going to look at themselves, and, it's a struggle. And you don't need mental stress like this. The Nine of Swords is mental stress. You want to be happy in a relationship. You want the star energy. So trust your instincts this month. If something doesn't sound right, if it sounds fishy, trust it. And if something good comes in, it's going to take long. You don't expect overnight success with this relationship. Let it take its time. Let it grow slowly. And it will grow into something that will be really wonderful with the star. So let's see what the astrology has to say. So you have this new moon in your 6th house. And Mars and Mercury are also there. So it's a stellium. 6th house is the house of your work environment. It's also the house of healing, your health. So you have an opportunity to take better care of your health this month. Start a new health regimen, exercise, eating healthy, getting rid of bad habits that are detrimental to your health, but also a new beginning in your employment situation. So there could be a new job offer that comes in or a new partnership in business, or things might improve in some way. You have an opportunity for this new beginning. And this moon is exactly sextile. It's in conjunct Uranus. So Uranus has been shaking you up at work because you are, Taurus is very patient and puts up with a lot. But when Uranus comes to shake you up, you're being different. You're like not going to be as patient as you have been in the past. You want change, and you want people to, you want what you deserve. So if you don't get it, you're going to go after it, because Mars is giving you that energy to do battle, to fight for what you deserve, to fight for what you want. You just have to be careful that you're not overdoing it with Mars, because Mars, but I don't think Taurus doesn't overdo. But if you push a Taurus too far and then they break, then you could see the bull in the china shop, wrecking havoc. So don't let yourself get to that state. Take controlled action. Take strategic action to get yourself to a better place. But don't just do nothing. Don't sit there and sweep things under the rug this month. Take action to make your employment better, to make your health better, to give yourself more freedom, to give yourself more authenticity. Because Uranus is going through your 1st house. You need freedom from something, but you don't have to throw everything out. But you could take action to make changes that will improve your life. Mercury is in the 6th house, and it's trining Jupiter in the 10th. So there could be some good news and opportunities coming up this month, career-wise. The 10th house is the house of your life direction, your career, what you're meant to do in this world. And Jupiter there is bringing you opportunities. So don't let these opportunities go by. If you're looking for a new job, this is perfect for finding a new job. Perfect energy. Especially since Jupiter is going to go direct at the end of the month. So if things have been kind of stagnating, I think they might start to move more toward the end of the month. Like you might feel like you're in limbo, nothing's happening. Because everything is, Mercury and Jupiter have been retrograde. Pluto has been retrograde. Saturn has been retrograde. But Pluto's coming online at this new moon. Pluto's going to go direct. Saturn's going to go direct on the 10th. Jupiter's going direct on the 18th. So things are going to start to shift from, being retrospective, rethinking things, into the time to take action. We're moving. I wouldn't start anything under a Mercury retrograde. I'd wait till November. But you can at least prepare, like work on your resume, update your LinkedIn or whatever. Neptune's in the 11th house. Neptune is bringing you a chance to achieve a goal or a dream. But it could also bring deception around friendships or the groups that you belong to. So you want to make sure that you're seeing things clearly and you're not connecting with a bunch of lunatics, this month. Just make sure that you communicate. If you communicate, focus on communication, and it will help prevent any misunderstandings. Because when Mercury's retrograde, misunderstandings happen all the time. Miscommunication, misconnections. Double check your emails, make sure they get where they're supposed to go. Double check your facts, double check everything. Saturn's in your 10th house. So that's the house of career. Saturn can bring you recognition and success, plus additional responsibilities and hard work. but it's also giving you great rewards. So you might be working really hard towards a goal. You might be given more responsibility this month. It's trining the North Node in the second house, so you could also get more money. But I feel like these things are not going to probably happen. Not this month. It might be more in November because the planets are just coming online after being retrograde for months. So it's going to take a while for that energy to get up to speed. So I feel like the energy will shift more next month. So be patient a little bit longer, and you'll see that things are going to start to improve. Then we have the full moon in Aries, and that's happening on the 20th of October. And that's in your 12th house. So, and it's also affecting your 6th house. So again, we have this, the 6th and the 12th house are health areas, and Mars is in the 6th house. So you may really decide, like, I'm really tired of being tired, sick and tired of being sick and tired, or feeling stagnant energy in a work situation or even a health situation. So if you're like tired of sitting on the couch or you haven't been able to get out, Mars may make you have the energy to take action, to work on your health, to feel better, to feel more energetic. Like you might start working out more, or you might start going for walks, or working on health issues in a positive way. Also, in your work environment, you might try to solve some issues around your employment. So if you're, you might be working hard. Actually, when Mars goes into the 6th house, you usually have a lot of work to do. So you might be having a lot of work to do. But you also have to watch your health too, that you don't overdo. So give yourself time to recharge. Pluto's in the 9th house. So anything that has to do with higher education, travel, long distance travel, if that was stagnating, that should start to move. You might have an opportunity to travel or to learn new skills. Mercury's in your 6th house. It's sextile Venus in the 8th, so there could be some good news around money coming in. You may get like payments coming in. It could be an inheritance or insurance payout, even winning at a game of chance. Don't bet everything. Don't bet the farm. But Venus in the 8th house usually brings in money or brings in support resources from other people. So if you're married, your partner could get a raise or more money's coming into the household in some way, either through some kind of insurance payout or inheritance or a bank loan, even if you're looking for financial support from a bank. It could also bring in an intense relationship that's very passionate, and it will challenge your thoughts about intimacy. And it could be through someone that you work with, because Mercury's in the 6th house, and Mercury could rules Gemini or Virgo, so it could be a Gemini or a Virgo that's coming into your life if you're not in a relationship. Jupiter's in the 10th with Saturn, so your career, this is really a positive time, in spite of what you may feel. Like if you're feeling stagnant in a career situation, I think it's because of all these retrograde planets and plus Mercury retrograde. But by the end of the month, things should start to pick up, and you should feel like you're back on track again, and you should get recognized and rewarded for all the hard work you've done up until now. So don't give up. Don't think that you're not being rewarded or that no one has noticed all your hard work, because I think it will come later. And it might even come through an offer, because Jupiter there is opportunity to have greater responsibility, to have more income. So if you're looking for a new job, this is really a good time to start planning, and things may pop up around November. But the full moon, though, things may come to a head around this full moon in a situation, because Pluto is forming a T-square to the full moon. And Pluto brings up a lot of intense energy. There might be power struggles, there might be manipulation, you might be dealing with people in power, and people want to do things one way, you want to do things another way, and so there could be some tension around a project at the full moon, and things might be revealed at the full moon too about, you might start to see the writing on the wall, because usually full moon brings it shines a light on what's hidden. And especially since you have things in the 12th house. You have the moon's in the 12th house, and Mars and the sun are in the 6th house. So whatever's been hidden will come to light at this full moon, especially. And the 12th house is sometimes the house of hidden enemies. So if anyone's been working against you, that may become evident now. if anyone, and you might need to take action to correct the problem. And because it's the Aries Libra axis, you're going to feel like you have to be diplomatic. But the person who's been working against you might be just thinking of their own needs, and they're not thinking about what you need. So you're going to have to learn how to compromise through this. There could be someone who has been maybe a little bit selfish and not thinking about what's good for the group, but just reacting, because Aries energy is a reactive energy sometimes. They want to go to war. They don't have a lot of patience. So Mars in Libra, it's not really strong in Libra. You may have to be more diplomatic. You may have to bite your tongue and just, go with the flow. But it's going to be difficult because Pluto's going to bring up intense emotions and intense power struggles. So you just don't be a bull in a china shop if any conflicts come up at the full moon. But just see the truth and then take action in a healthy way on how you're going to resolve it. But you are shining. Your star is shining this month in terms of career. You're taking responsibility. You're doing your best work. So from that, opportunities could come. So don't give up on your goals or your dreams, but don't overreact either. And usually Taurus doesn't. Taurus has a ton of patience, but you may get your patience pushed this month. So, especially because Mars is being very active this month. So people are becoming or more assertive or more hostile. So you may have to learn how to negotiate to keep the peace. So anyway, that's my forecast, Taurus, for this month. Hold on to your hat. Hold on to your dream. Focus on the relationship you want to develop. And if something is toxic, let it go. It's not worth fighting over. Set your boundaries. Demand the respect that you deserve. And you'll start attracting that love and that recognition that is yours, that is rightfully yours. So if you enjoyed this reading, click on the like button, leave a comment. Click on the link in the description box if you want to have a private reading where we can go over just your specific issues, because this is a general reading. It may not apply to everyone. But if you enjoyed the reading, leave a comment if it resonated with you. I like to read the comments. And thank you for supporting the channel. Have a wonderful October, and I will talk to you again next month. Okay, bye now.